The year is Tafshin. And the Rebbe's mother writes in her diary, Midav zar greiten zach auf Pesach, it's Pesach Tafshin, and there is nothing. And I want to spend a moment explaining to you what nothing means. They sent Reb Levik to a town, if you want to call it that, a wild backwater, which was a desert, where trees didn't grow, only cacti. You couldn't find a tree to be able to cover a piece of Pesach for a sukkah. It wasn't a town with any kind of organization. It was farmers who got together, a few farmers. And what were they farming already? Basically, it was behemoths. And they got together, and this was a place that they came to sell their wares to little people who were living around them. The Greise Stott. Chile was a backwater, as were other little towns like that throughout Kazakhstan. And she writes, Midavdoch epes kochen af yontef, mele sinito vos, obe sinito afilo in vos. They had a pail made of tin, and that was their only pot to cook in. And whatever she had cooked already, was mit Shingyat zu kochen, was chometz after all. Wundent das a neues Fessel? Where do you get a new pot? Can you imagine? It was a town, such a backwater, you couldn't buy a new pot. But she knew that 4 hours away there was a community called the Monazar Baldena Minut. Nicht Gziloda. Yanikugan. Gziloda Shigmena Shtetl. Yanikugan. And in Yanikugan there was also some people fashikt. Among them was my grandfather, who was a Rov there. Benzin Gaisinski was there as a sheikhet, mit a Beden fashikt from Kiev. And the head of the Frum community in Kiev also, a Yid whose name was Moshe Kolikov, hat man eich fashikt dahin. So because they had a sheikhet, und hat gebracht mit sich a chalef, so they could shech the behemoth. And the shtetl given a bissel größer, but the shtetl was 4 hours away. 4 hours by train. So the Rebbetzin went, got a ticket, spent 4 hours going there. She went to my grandfather's house, who called Moshe Kolikov, mit ihr eingeordnet. Fleisch und Fisch und mit gemacht an Nayum Emer of Pesach. They went to a blacksmith and they got him to take a new piece of tin and they made an Emer, a pail. That's what they cooked in. Und sie gewinnt Simcha besossen. Sie fragen ein Emer und sie sagen ein Stückel Fleisch und sie fragen ein Stückel Fisch. Und nicht nur das, mit gebackt Matze dort. Stellt sich vor. Und sie gewinnt Matze Schmureich. She came back to Chile, a freilacher Mensch. They wouldn't let her carry the fish and the meat. She carried the matzah, but they sent a special messenger. That's how they had derech eretz for Reb Levik and his Rebbetzin. She's going to go and schlep shopping bags. They sent somebody specially that she shouldn't have to schlep it. She brought the matzah. And she writes there, Wir haben schon gemacht Pesach. Wir haben gemacht Pesach und a Seder, and they even had an Eirach of Pesach. And then she finishes off this keta saying, Was hat man gerett beim Seder? Wir haben gerett wegen dem Ova von Jiden, wegen dem Heve hat man nicht gerett. We didn't talk about the present. We spoke about the past. And we spoke about the future with hope. Sitting there in a hovel among the Uzbeken. And she writes there were goyim outside making fun. They were singing a little bit. And the goyim was standing and throwing rocks, little stones at the window. And what were they talking about? They were talking about the hoive. Whatever it is today is today. We don't dwell on the problems of now. We need to think with hope and with bitochen that the osid will be different. That's Reb Levik's message, the Rebbe's message of the first Pesach that they spent in Chile. Im Mokem is faran v'sivarim aplatz, and we know that in Zman there will be Mirza Hashem Anosid.